Everyone, welcome to this video titled How to Grow Your Ecom Brand to 6 and 7 Figures. So, yeah, I wanted to create this video because I thought it would be helpful for people who are sort of keen and interested to figure out how you essentially do grow into multiple 6 and 7 figures and even 8 beyond as well. So, yeah, without further ado, let's just jump in. Before I do that, I'm going to get rid of myself down here in the corner because I don't want it to interfere with the content. Okay. Right. So what you need to grow. What does it take to grow a multiple 6 and 7 figure per year business? Okay. With ecom. So I've broken it down into 4 elements. These are very much marketing elements. Okay. Obviously your brand is going to have a very good product or products that people actually do want and actually pay money for. Okay. And you also need to have things like, a converting website. So when you're driving traffic to, targeted traffic to a website, you're going to need to make sure that that website's able to sort of convert. So your sales process, landing on product pages or category pages, product pages into, the shopping cart, completing the checkout and all that kind of good stuff, that has to have a good conversion rate. Okay. So when you have those elements in place and you combine it with what I'm about to talk to now, you're going to get success. So one of the first things I want to talk about is creatives when you're running ads. So you need to have creatives in your ads that are, engaging, stop people from scrolling their newsfeed, for example, and convert the actual audience. Okay. Another thing is having offers. You need to have offers that engage people and make new and existing customers want to buy. Okay, offers are highly important. Tracking. If you don't have your advertising tracking in place, you simply won't hit 100K a month if you can't track where your sales are coming from within your sales funnel. And lastly, you need to have a solid backend in place. Okay, so these tier 1 traffic platforms like Google, Facebook, etc., they're great customer acquisition tools, but in order to profit greatly, you need to have a solid backend system such as email, and or SMS. You don't want to rely entirely on the likes of Facebook, Google to build your business or any other kind of traffic platform. Okay. So let's break these 4 elements down a little further. Okay. So creatives, what they need to be. So they need to be engaging and they need to be able to sort of convert, right? So engaging ads, if you can't get the audience you target to stop scrolling, nobody's going to engage with your ad, watch your video, or read your enticing ad copy. People can't pay attention for more than 2 seconds now as there's so much content coming up on their feed. You literally have a couple of seconds to earn someone's attention. So it's vital that your ad can be engaging, be as engaging as possible. So how do you best engage? Well, what we do is we look at what other 6, 7, and 8 figure brands are doing and learn from them. Okay, so give you an example like the likes of Manscaped, Lumen, that kind of thing. We don't follow the mega brands like Apple, Nike, H&M, etc., as they don't have or they don't need to be super efficient with their advertising due to the fact that their brands are so big and have money to burn with their advertising. Okay. So for ideas we work with to engage our audience with the creatives. So these are things that we do. We run headlines in the actual creative, say the video. So we run headlines at the front of the video, with a short video clip that's unique and relevant to the product, for example. Asking a question, calling out the target audience is also usually good practice. Okay. And we also focus on colors. Colors help to sort of draw in the eye, stimulate, that kind of thing. That helps, like I said, stimulate the audience, along with, animation's very good too, to acquire attention. Sounds of the video as well, and keeping the sort of story flow, simple. Okay. So the creatives, again, converting ads, engaging your audience is the first step, really, isn't it? But your ad needs to actually convert the user once it's acquired their attention. So if you can't convert your audience, you won't acquire the click from the ad and make sales. So how do you best do that again? Well, check what the big brands are doing and study what they are doing. Okay, so User-generated content converts higher than any, other type of content. UGC is, things like unboxing videos, product demonstrations from customers, showing desired outcomes from your users, testimonials, that kind of thing. And, if you look at this Billo app here, it's a great platform for acquiring fresh user-generated content for your brand and product. So I'd highly recommend that. If you don't have much UGC, you can actually use that platform. Go and study it, have a look, and you'll see what I mean. So, and then of course, some of you guys watching this, you might be working with influencers. So, you can also use their content as well. That is a form of user-generated content too. When you send out a product to them, and they unbox it and they talk about the benefits and why they're using it and how it's making their life better, essentially. Okay. So let's move on. Offers. So it's highly important that your store sells products that people actually want to buy. That's just number one. Okay. You need to have that in place. You need to have demand. Okay. Otherwise you're not going to make money. It's also important that you're able to switch things up and develop good offers that entice prospects and customers to make purchases with you. Okay. So creating good offers helps to increase the average order value, the customer lifetime value, increase profits, shift old stock, increase customer base, and repeat purchases from your existing customers. So I want to give you a few examples here of offers that we've kind of played around with in the past that have generated us success with clients. Buy one, get one free. Make sure you have the margins for that, but that's a fairly common one. Okay. That can be quite lucrative and attractive. The other thing is bundle your products and offer a large saving if they buy the bundle. So instead of buying the items separately, which would be more expensive, if you bundle it all together and have a nice sort of discount, people are going to purchase your bundle. Okay. So if you have products that need to be replenished, okay, makeup in this case, beauty products is pretty good for this. Get customers to buy more quantity of your product up front and include a discount to encourage the sale or get them into a subscription program. So this is great because it builds monthly revenue and it gives you cash flow to sort of run more ads. Okay. Buy one, get free gift or sample. That can be quite an attractive offer as well. And even a monetary value discount. We've seen this work very well too, with both sort of like paid traffic, but also email too. So offer, say, €10 or whatever the currency you're working with, €10 off instead of percentage off. And the sort of psychology of this is like this type of offer can make customers feel like they're getting free money rather than, just saving it. So tracking. Okay, let's talk about tracking here. Now, in full transparency, the tracking pixel on Facebook has never been 100% reliant, okay? Now, at the time of recording this presentation, the Facebook advertising world has been disrupted ever since Apple's iOS 14 update was released and making it a challenge for advertisers to track Apple users, okay? Now, the good news is that this tracking problem is fixable and completely free. So if you know what you're doing, it does require a little bit more work, but it does work. So again, this is what we're implementing and it sort of, it works perfectly. So UTMs with Google Analytics. Installing Google Analytics code into the Shopify backend and create UTMs, okay? Then use dynamic, creative, and proper naming and name based off ad set and ad, okay, to track everything with 100% effectiveness. And then use a Google Sheet to track daily spend and daily revenue to get a ROAS, okay? Now, lastly, the backend. Every eCom brand needs to have a solid backend system in place, okay? As mentioned previously, the likes of Google, Facebook, etc., are great platforms for acquiring customers and repeat purchasing as well through, the pixel targeting kind of customers. But brands should not rely solely on these traffic platforms to build their business. They also need to combine the likes of email marketing. You need to be actively working on your email list and segmentation. Okay, like dividing up your buyers, non-buyers into different messaging lists, engagement, retargeting, the likes of cart abandonment, promoting offers, upselling, cross-selling, sending value to nurture your brand's relationship with them, etc. And then you've got SMS marketing as well. So same thing with SMS, push offers to a VIP list, market to buyers, non-buyers, cross-sells, upsells, even transaction notifications as well. Okay. A marketing combination of the two can add serious weight to your bottom line. They're both inexpensive marketing channels to utilize when compared to marketing on tier one traffic platforms like Google, Facebook, etc. You can test new and enticing offers with your customer list to see how they respond. It's actually quite cool. It's giving you a better idea on how they would perform to say colder yet targeted audiences. So these people have purchased from you in the past, and customers you now have access to for very little expense each time you want to sort of email and communicate with them. So this, of course, gives you the opportunity to build out your lifetime value when you implement the likes of email marketing or SMS to your customer base. You acquire, a customer, for example, on the likes of Facebook for say 20, euro, dollars, whatever your currency is. And then over the course of say 2 years on average, your customer base spends, 200 euro, which, is making it a sort of a 10x return for your brand. So you can see the value in a back-end system and how it sort of builds out the lifetime value over time using the likes of email and SMS. So that kind of concludes everything, guys. I hope you've got some value from this piece of content today. These are the things that we put into practice, and it works well when it comes to growing eCom brands online, okay? So if you need help with growing your eCom store by investing into online advertising, we'd love to hear from you. As with all prospects, we put brands through a qualifying questionnaire, which takes, about 10 minutes to complete. And the answers to these questions help to determine whether or not we'd be a good fit to work with, okay? As I always say, online ads are a fantastic way to acquire, customers, repeat sales. But ad campaigns alone are, I would say, make up sort of 40% of the equation when it comes to success. The remaining 60% is down to the brand's performance itself. Okay, like I said before, the products that you sell, your average order value, your conversion rate, the sort of other assets that you have available. Okay, so when the form is submitted, we invest some time into actually studying your current performance, and if we feel it's a good fit to move forward, myself or one of the team here at Byrne Media will arrange a call and talk more about your growth goals. Okay, so we'll put together a quick video proposal after the call for you to make a decision on, basically. Okay, so if you'd like to talk more and request the form, please email me at the address there. Okay, so that's it, guys. Like I said, I hope you've got some value today, and like I said, if you are interested in building out your brand through ads, hitting that 6, maybe 7-figure range, if you've got the resources to do so, we'd love to hear from you and help you out. Okay, all right, guys, have a good one. Take care.